Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to another episode of Life with Brian. Today we are looking at my Rado hypochrome automatic diamond black dial watch. I know that's kind of a mouthful right there, but I think this is a very unique and beautiful watch from a watch company that does not get a lot of buzz or well, actually, a lot of people don't know about it. This watch company is called Rado. It's a Swiss company, of course. These are Swiss-made watches. The company was founded in 1900, and actually I forget the exact date. Let me do a quick Google search here. 1917 was when Rado was founded. And again, of course, these are Swiss-made watches, automatic movement. See the case back right there. But I think this is really a really striking and unique watch because you have obviously the diamond bezel, which I'm a very big fan of, and you have some of that gold PVD plating on certain parts of the bezel and the case. But you also kind of have this kind of partial skeleton feature here, where you kind of see somewhat into the internal components of the watch. See kind of some of the spring mechanisms back there. I don't know all the lingo, guys. Again, I'm not a horology nerd. I just like watches, but not, you know, the specifics and whatnot. I'm still learning, but I really like that aspect of it, that it kind of has a somewhat open dial, so you can kind of see some of the movement back there. And again, I'm a big fan of diamond bezels. I have quite a few diamond bezel watches. I just think it gives the watch kind of an extra flair, an extra bit of elegance. And this bracelet is in black ceramic, which I think is also very cool. I have several black watches, which I think, of course, go well if you're wearing a black outfit. But just for normal purposes, I think wearing a black watch every now and then is kind of a nice statement piece and lets you kind of stand out from the crowd a bit. So let's go ahead and move on to some on the wrist shots. All right, guys, time for the ubiquitous wrist roll shot, and I think this watch definitely has a very cool and unique wrist presence. Like I said, the black ceramic bracelet and bezel. I'm sorry, case, and the gold PVD on the bezel, the diamonds, and the skeleton feature. It's a very unique looking watch. Usually, I don't know, you usually don't see this number of combination of different things in a typical wristwatch, at least kind of from what I found. You know, I have some black watches, I have some diamond bezel watches. This is actually my first skeleton or skeleton-like watch, but I think it's very cool. It's very unique, and got a lot of compliments on this watch. And you can always tell if you have a good watch or a unique watch because, you know, people inevitably their line of sight will go to your wrist, and it's a very noticeable thing, which I think, you know, it's cool because I don't wear these watches obviously for the attention. I like the way they look. But yeah, this has a very cool and noticeable on-wrist presence, and you definitely will stand out, I think, if you get this watch. So this watch on Joma Shop retails for a little over $4,000, which is not a cheap watch. But again, you are getting the diamond bezel, you're getting the Swiss automatic movement, the PVD gold coating, black ceramic bracelet. You don't see a lot of watches with the black ceramic. Usually it's kind of a stainless steel option for most. But yeah, I think it's a very unique watch. It's it definitely feels like good quality in your hand. Again, they've been making watches for, you know, over 100 years, so you definitely know that they know what they're doing. And much like my cars, guys, I in my short time as a watch collector, I've tried to tried to my best to kind of do the road less traveled. Of course, I mean, I do have a Rolex. I have an Omega Constellation. I have a Rolex Datejust, which again are pretty ubiquitous. But I also like having watches that are fairly unique, or you know, from brands even that are a little bit underrepresented, not underrepresented, but you know, not really talked about, kind of overrated, underrated, overshadowed sort of thing. And I think, you know, funny story about this particular watch or watch brand, I was actually at the jeweler getting some of my other watches sized, and I noticed that they had an advertisement for Rado. I'd never actually heard of them, and then as I was sitting there waiting for the my watch to get sized, I just did a Google search and I looked up Rado, and I saw that, you know, they've been doing this for a very long time. I looked at some of the watches in their catalog, and they have quite a few actually that kind of caught my eye that I was really interested in. But this one, because of that diamond bezel, because of the black ceramic, the gold PVD coating, it's just the black and gold just really pops. And I like the fact that you can kind of see a little bit of the internal workings of the watch, which is really cool as well. So again, this is the Rado Hypochrome Automatic Diamond Black. Again, that is quite the mouthful, but I think it is a beautiful watch. It's a unique watch, and I think if you get it, you know, it is obviously a pretty substantial investment. $4,000 is a lot of money, and but I think you'll get a lot of enjoyment out of the watch. It feels very durable, feels very, you know, all the components, everything, all the touch points, everything feels very high quality. So I think if you're looking for a black watch, and you're looking for something that's not, you know, a Tudor, a Rolex, an Omega, Longines, just basically something a little bit outside the box, I definitely would suggest giving Rado a chance, and look up some of the other watches in their catalog, because they have some really cool watches in their catalog in addition to this one as well. So hope you guys like the video. Give it a thumbs up, comment below, like and subscribe. Hope to catch you guys on the next watch video.